everyone, welcome to Janie's The Craft Princess's 30,000 subscriber celebration, collaboration, and giveaway. I'm Jeannie Ellis, and I'm also known as Scrapbooking Memo. Now this is a hashtag driven collaboration, so you're going to need to click on the hashtag either in the title above or down below, and make sure that way you'll get all the videos that are in the collaboration. Please read all the details below to find out what you can win and how you can enter. We have a lot of great sponsors for this. Now let's get on with what I'm doing for this collaboration. So now let's go ahead and get started. Now this is it's called a pop-up diamond fun card. Fun fold card, that is. So, and it's really pretty. I have different pieces of paper. I've got a solid, a white, and a designer print. So let's get started on the sizes. This is a 5.5 by 8.5 cardstock, which I have scored at, let me see, we'll make sure, 2 1/8. I scored it at, 2 1/8 and 4 1/4 at the long side. So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And then I've got a 3 by 5.5, and I scored at 3/4 long ways on the 3-inch side, and then 1 1/2, and then 2 1/4. So I had these little squares, two 2-inch squares, and one 2 1/4-inch square. So I have those. And let's go ahead and fold this piece here and get a bone folder out. Okay, so all we do, you fold it along each score line and burnish, which you see I've done that already, and fold it and burnish again, and then fold it on the last score line and burnish again. Now, you can use other tape and everything, but I don't think it'd be as sturdy if you used that kind of tape, so I would use a double-sided tape like this, such as this. And you're just going to put a couple on each end of this. This is going to be your mechanism for the card. Don't put it right at the fold line though. I'm using 1/4-inch tape. Okay, and I like to burnish my tape so I can make sure that it does sit really tight onto the card piece. Before I forget, I want to go ahead and fold these in. And this one is going to go toward the back, and this toward the front. And you're going to have a fold like this, kind of like a Z-fold card. So burnish it, make sure it's really good and tight. Okay, so your squares are going to be on these pieces in here, and I'll show you exactly how they go, but you're going to have 2 of the small ones here and 1 big one. So we'll set that aside now. Okay, let's go along with the sizes now on the white paper. First of all, you've got 2 that are measured at 2 5/3, 2 by 5 3/8, if I can talk. And then you have 1 2 1/8 square and 2 1 7/7 square for the white, and also for the white 2 of the 4 by 5 1/4 for the front and back panel. Now, designer paper, you're going to have the same measurement basically, except it's going to be like, let's see, make sure I'm right here. Got my cheat sheets here. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Oops, no. 5 1/4 by 4 is one of them. And let me see, 2 of the 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 for the white panels. one 2-inch square and one 1 3/4 inch square. Now the next thing you want to do is take your designer paper and place it on the white square like this. And you're not going to have a big margin, and if you want a bigger margin, just cut this down just a little bit, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. And I'm going to take my ATG gun and tape it down. Aren't those pretty? Now let's take our pieces and put them in. Whichever direction looks better to you, that's the side you want to use, or direction that is. So I'm sorry about the squeaky here, but yeah, it's about to go. So the next thing we're going to do is take this mechanism, and again I will make sure that they're burnished really good. Okay, now I have the protector sheet off on this, and you're going to take this open end and lay it close to the fold of the large size. You're not gluing it down to the large size. What you're doing is taking the first piece of the mechanism, and you're going to fold this over to the right, and you're going to press it down and make sure it's down there really good. Again, I'm going to do a burnishing, and then what you want to do is take the other side, and you're going to do the same thing, except you're going with the back folded over instead of the front two panels. So should be using a tool for this, but I'm not. Instead of folding over this way, you want to fold it this way. And I do have a little bit of white there, but it's not going to hurt anything. And fold it down. And there you have your mechanism. Just like that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take all your mats and glue them together. You can use tape, ATG tape, liquid glue, whatever you want to use. I am going to use the liquid glue Beacon 3-in-1 because of the fact that my tape gun was making so much noise. It was getting on my nerves. And it does it a lot of times when it's running out, but it's been acting up anyway. So it's probably time for me to get another one anyway. So, okay, let's put this in here. What I like about liquid glue is that you can adjust your piece if you need to. When it's taped down, you can't adjust it as easily. Okay, again, this is just a thin layer, thin border. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do is glue these pieces here, the smaller squares, whichever direction you want to go. I think I'm going to go this way. And you only want to glue like half of that piece, not all the way. Because if you do all the way, it's going to glue to the other side. And you don't want it to do that. So I'm just going to put some liquid glue on the half of it. As close as possible, that is. make sure I get it right. So I'm just putting it toward the tip there, like that. Kind of evening it out as much as possible. Then I'm going to do the next one the same way. I want to figure out which way I want to go. And that looks like they're going to go this way a little bit on that. So it should be touching pretty close. So mine are going to go like that. I don't know why it's a little off there, but it's not going to make a difference. Okay, so make sure there, because I think I went over a little bit. So we're going to put it like this. Just like that. Now that looks pretty so far, doesn't it? Okay, now to get this one, we're going to take this piece here, and we want to go about 1/8 to 1/4 inch over that. You want to figure out the center for that, and I like to do it this way. Let's see, I want to see. I think that way would be prettier. And just go over 1/4 inch at the most, and you're just doing a little bit of it. Okay, so that means you're just gluing a little bit of the end of this, just a little bit. Again, I'm using this glue because it'll be more stable than regular tape. So I'm going to take it and put it right about here. Let's see what it looks like. Maybe down just a little bit, just a hair. Yeah. Okay, now I'm just going to press it down, make sure it's good. Whoops. I think I took some glue off. Oh yeah, that's right. That's good. And then you've got this right here, just like that. So you've got a fancy diamond fold card with a fancy mechanism. I love that. I think it's so cool. Okay, so it's time for me to decorate it. And all I'm going to do is just put some simple decorations on it. And I'll be right back. Okay, I've done some simple, very easy decorations. In fact, I use stickers. All 3 of them are stickers. And this is also, like I said, all 3 of them is. And to get this from sticking on that side, I used one of those powder pouches and just tapped it till it's not sticky. Just love this card. And you can put a cover on the back if you want to, or just leave it blank like I'm doing. And there you have it. Just folds like that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. So be sure you check out the description box below so that you know what you need to do. And it is a hashtag collaboration. So be sure you click the hashtag to see all of the videos. And congratulations to Janie the Craft Princess. I am so proud of you, Janie. You've worked hard to earn those subbies, and I am very happy for you. God bless everybody. Have a great day.